hits. The snare hits where it wants to hit. Off the grid. I stopped trying to make the beat fit. The expectation of where the two should land. Off the grid. That's where I finally understand. The drunk snare teaches it, the grid is a suggestion, not a requirement, the compulsion. To land onto being the convention, the question being whether the groove is in the prescription or in the deviation from it, the piano break. Chopped and pitched into something darker, the take on the gospel original being the remake that honors the source by making something new. The sake of transformation being the whole theory. I spent my first years trying to fit the weary performance of the conventional presentation, the eerie accuracy with which I could mimic the required version of the professional I needed to be hired as the grid of the industry being the my consensus of what success looked like. The tired template I was supposed to pour myself into, it didn't work the into. The mold version of me kept falling through the bottom of specific into of my particular shape being the wrong dimension. Off the grid, off the grid. The snare hits where it wants to hit. Off the grid, off the grid. Stop trying to make the beat fit. To make the beat fit. Expectation of where the two should land. Where the two should land. Off the grid. Yeah, that's where I finally understand. Yeah. The gospel piano chopped down, 4 semitones hits different. The reverential original transformed into something indifferent to his own piety. The different application of the source material, the indifferent relationship between the sample and its origin being the creative theory of the whole approach. The seeing of the original as material, not monument. The agreeing to use it fully means the disagreeing with this original context entirely off the grid means this literally. I took the source and slid it off the temporal grid that made it sacred. The skid of the snare landing wrong, making it live. The kid in the basement with the SP12 having more authority over what this music means than the priority of the historical placement. The sorority of the orthodox and the minority report of the off-grid version. I know which one I am. Gospel beat, gospel beat, gospel beat. The groove in the wrong place is still a groove. The snare off the grid is still the snare. The metal builds his own rules, still builds off the grid. That's where the real work is. Off the grid, off the grid. Hey. The snare hits where it wants to hit. Off the grid, off the grid. That's trying to make the beat fit. I make the beat fit. Expectation of where the two should land. Where the two should land. Off the grid. That's where I finally understand. Drop and pitch. 4 semitones down. The snare in the wrong place. Still a groove. Off the grid. That's where it lives. That's where it lives.
The quiet room, we don't need to fill it up. The quiet room, the groove says what we can't construct. In words, the bass says what the mouth leaves out. The quiet room, that's what real comfort is about. Vanessa reads on the other end of the same couch, the book she's been carrying for 2 weeks to vouch for the value of an evening that produces nothing external. The specific reduces to nothing productivity of two people choosing the company of shared silence, the losing of the obligation to perform presence using the same room without the same activity, the fusing of two separate people in a shared space being the actual and intimacy, the freeing of both from the need to synchronize, the agreeing to be in the same quiet simultaneously, the seeing of each other across the room enough, the sparse production underneath the tough beauty of the minimal groove, the stuff left out being the luxury, the rough edit that reveals the essential, the kick, the bass, the space, the space, the quiet room. We don't need to fill it up. The quiet room, the groove says what we can't construct. In words, the bass says what the mouth leaves out. The quiet room, that's what real comfort is about. Most relationships I've watched perform their closeness constantly. The conversational feel of every silence, the honestly exhausting maintenance of form connection, the modestly hidden discomfort with the unoccupied moment. Honestly, I spent years doing the same. The anxious coverage of silence with talk, the rancorous discomfort with my own stillness, the cancerous busyness of presence that couldn't be quiet, the rancorous version of connection being the noisy one. Vanessa and I figured this out slowly, the done with performance version of a relationship, the one arrived at over years of the actual done and said and left unsaid, accumulating in the fluency, the groove underneath, calculating the slow bass cycle demonstrates it. The accumulating weight of what stays is the warmth, the calculating silence of the sparse production being actual warmth. Yeah.
Funk bass alone, cowbell 3 kick, slow space snare.
Yeah.
Funk bass alone, cowbell 3 kick, slow space snare.
Yeah.
Funk bass alone, cowbell 3 kick, slow space snare.
Yeah.
Funk bass alone, cowbell 3 kick, slow space snare.
The book, the couch, the sub bass cycling under the cowbell on 3 like a soft reminder. The thunder of the kick arriving, the one no asunder between two people in the same quiet. The wonder of having arrived at this, the quiet room enough. The quiet room enough. Yeah.
The quiet room, we don't need to fill it up.
Yeah.
The quiet room, the groove says what we can't construct.
Yeah.
In words, the bass says what the mouth leaves out. The quiet room, that's what real comfort is about.
Vanessa and the book, the other end of the couch, the bass out. Cycling the cowbell on 3, nothing to perform. Cool room, the quiet room, the quiet room. Yeah.
Poolside, sun on the water, everybody slow. Poolside, took the long road to get here, now we go at our own pace, no rush in the groove. Poolside, that's the only speed I choose.
The water is warm and the afternoon is long. Solomon pours something cold, the song of ice and crystal glasses being the only gone that marks the hours out here that belonging that took years to feel natural, still landing somewhere between earned and unreal. The standing in a place your younger self couldn't have been planning toward because the vocabulary for it commanding these particular coordinates didn't exist yet. I grew up 3 buses from the nearest wet surface of luxury, the offset of distance measured in transfers, the alphabet of this life learned late and slowly. The slow groove underneath is the holy confirmation of patience. Nothing about this happened quickly. The only speed available was deliberate, the lowly beginning compressing into this particular afternoon. Poolside, sun on the water, everybody slow. Poolside, took the long road to get here, now we go at our own pace, no rush in the groove. Poolside, that's the only speed I choose. Sub-bass under everything is the actual story. The foundation you can't see but feel the territory of low end being where the real weight lives. The glory of the groove being in the bottom, the gory detail of the production being a kick in the bass is one wall of sound, the embrace of low frequencies being the specific grace of this particular music for this particular space. Solomon asks if I missed the early years, the chase of it when arrival wasn't guaranteed, the baseline of uncertainty that made the goal feel like a race worth running. I missed the clarity of it, the face of ambition being simpler when the target was just survival. Now the targets are more complex, the arrival at each one producing the next, the spiral of appetite that success generates, the viral growth of what you want once you have something. Sub-bass alone, kick, drop slow. Top to top, drop slow. Sub-bass alone, kick, drop slow. Top to top, drop slow. Sub-bass alone, kick, drop slow. Top to top, drop slow. Sub-bass alone, kick, drop slow. Sub-bass alone, drop slow. The afternoon goes long, nobody checking the clock. That's the whole luxury. Nobody watching the dock, no bus to catch, no transfer, no knock of urgency. The groove runs, we let it rock. Slow poolside, that's where the long road ends up. Poolside, sun on the water, everybody slow. Poolside, the long road to get here, now we go at our own pace, no rush in the groove. Poolside, that's the only speed I choose. 3 buses from the nearest water growing up. Solomon pouring something cold. The groove running slow. No clock, no transfer. Poolside. Weight of an evening like this requires context. The years behind it being the actual subtext of every sip of something cold. The pretext of the luxury being the years of the complex. Opposite, I don't move through rooms like this without the full inventory of what made this possible. The accounting of what paid this particular dividend, the sum of what made this. Summer evening by the water rated fit. The 7 years of before the horrific. Year of the collapse, the prolific rebuild, the terrific patience of the people who stayed through all of it. They're here too, this evening belongs to all of it.
We made it here through everything we came through. We made it here. The road was long and the night was true.
sub bass under everything is 7 years compressed. The low end wall being the actual weight of the dress of evening, the undressed truth being oppressed. Together years of work and doubt and the suppressed fear that it wouldn't resolve into this. It did the basis saying it, the bliss of the resolution being in the frequencies, the hiss of the vinyl sample confirming it, the kiss of the string loop landed warm on the groove. Solomon's glass raised, the specific move of somebody who remembers the before the groove. Less years of the struggle given the groove of tonight is specific gravity. The luxury isn't in the setting, the cavity of the feeling is the contrast, the depravity of having had nothing, making the savity of this particular evening means something specific. String loop alone, sub bass rises slow, kick drops, shaker swings.
Yeah.
The female vocal on the hook carries what the bars can't. The warmth in that register holding what the rant of the verse leaves aside. The slant of the melody reaching what the consonant. Heavy flow doesn't touch, we made it here. The sub bass confirms it, the string loop makes it clear. Solomon's glass, the evening, the bass, we're here.
Whoa, we made it here through everything we came through. We made it here. The road was long and the night was true. Oh, yeah. Now the evening's slow
And the bass is low,
we made it here.
and that's all we need to know.
7 years before the collapse, the rebuild, Solomon's glass raised, the sub bass under everything. That's the whole story.
On the night, that's the only way I move after dark. Cause the only way I move after dark. On the night, from the penthouse to the underground park. Every room I walk into already knows I'm here. Already knows I'm here. On the night, it's been the deal for 7 years. 7 years.
11:15 and the city shifts into a second mode. The daytime city folding into the night episode. The street lights mapping a completely different road than the one the sun revealed. The night code, a movement being the one I learned first. I came up in the night economy, the burst of the after midnight city being the first version I understood. The thirst of the early years schooled in the specific hours when the rules relaxed. The towers of the daytime power structure seeding the flowers of authority to different hands. The hours between midnight and 4 being my original classroom. Now I move through the same hours, the same room of the city from a completely different vantage. The bloom of the earned position replacing the hustle. The plume of the night still familiar but belonging to me differently.
On the night, that's the only way I move after dark. That's the only way I move after dark. On the night, from the penthouse to the underground part. On down. Every room I walk into already knows I'm here. Already knows I'm here. On the night, that's been the deal for 7 years. 7 years, yeah.
The sub bass underneath is the architecture of the night. The frequencies you feel before you hear. The slight vibration of the wall, of low end being the right language for after midnight. The polite surface of the day replaced by the honest sub frequency of the dark, the honest. Night city is louder in the low end, the calmest looking surface is hot in the sub bass. Deepest movement underneath Marcus at the door of the venue. 20 years at this corner the menu hovers expertise being in the 20-year menu of reading 3 AM faces the venue belongs to or more than to whoever owns it. He's the actual intelligence, he owns it, and the way that matters, the knowledge deposits of decades reading the night composite.
On the night, that's the only way I move after dark. That's the only way I move after dark. On the night, from the penthouse to the underground part. lowest, the bass sits lowest. The sub-frequencies carry in the room, the closest thing to the actual pulse of the city. The slowest hour being the most alive, the grove of the night. Yours if you understand the tempo.
The night, that's the only way I move the night. It's the only way I move after dark. The night, from the penthouse to the underground park. Every room I walk into already knows I'm here. Already knows I'm here. On the night, spend a deal for 7 years. For 7 years.
Marcus at the door, 20 years, 11:15, the city shifts. 3 a.m. the bass sits lowest. On the night, 7 years of knowing this city's pulse.
Shout, jangle, stroke, shout, wait, go, Try like it, man, it's what I told her. She gon' wait to go, yeah, they will see me. Down quest, man, I'm triple, she walk on cane, yo. Weight of it, every brick I laid myself. Weight of it, every dollar pulled from the shelf. Nothing, the specific gravity I built from zero. Weight of it, that's the whole interior.
The soul vocal pitch down to the bottom of the register. The sample crying through the dark like a sinister. Beautiful thing to minister of the low frequencies presiding over a sinister. Lie accurate portrait of where this groove lives. Not the polished surface, the specific gibbs of the raw material, the ribs of the production showing through the mix. The sibs, link relations between the dirt and the gold. I grew up where the dirt was the fold. You were born in two and the gold was the told. Story of people who escaped at the mold of expectation being the first thing you break. Or become, I broke it deliberately. The A of the breaking being real, late. Of the comfort I left being real, to stay. Being everything I had, which wasn't much but was everything.
Weight of it, every brick, every rain, everything. Weight of it, every brick I laid myself. Weight of it, every dollar pulled from the shelf. Nothing, a specific gravity I built from zero. Weight of it, that's the whole weight of it. Every brick I laid myself. Weight of it, every dollar pulled from the shelf. Nothing, a specific gravity I built from zero. Weight of it, that's the whole.
The kick hits like a door, that means something closing. The specific thud of a weight-bearing sound. The composing of the groove from heavy materials only. The opposing of lightness being the whole production philosophy. The nosing of the bass into the sub-frequencies where bodies feel before they hear. That's where I wanna seal the connection, not the ear to kill. Bone, the sternum, the specific real. The state of the physical response to low frequency. My mother worked 2 shifts, the decency of a sacrifice. Being the specific leniency I was given in the form of time. The secrecy of what that actually cost her, only visible now. The weight of it is in the kick, the vibe of everything she gave is in the bass. The how of everything I built runs through us somehow. The production is the biography.
Weight of it, every brick I laid myself. Weight of it, every dollar pulled from the shelf. Nothing, a specific gravity I built from zero. Weight of it, that's the whole interior of it. Every brick I laid myself. Weight of it, every dollar pulled from the shelf. Nothing, a specific gravity I built from zero. Weight of it, that's the whole interior.
Yeah.
Slow burn, that's the temperature I run at now. Slow burn, oh burn. Learn the hard way, there's a different how to move when you build something real beneath you. Slow burn, let the groove do what the groove is meant to do. Go ahead.
Yo, the tabla hit between the kicks like punctuation, the specific broken pattern of the beat, the patient asymmetry of the rhythm being the education and how to move through a room. The patient confidence of somebody who doesn't need to announce arrival. I used to enter rooms comes loud. The survival instinct of the overlooked being the rival of subtlety, the arrival of somebody who needed the room to notice. Being the entry point, I'm past that now. The freeing of the self from the need for volume, the agreeing of my own presence with the room, the seeing of the dynamics without having to control them. The slow burn starts in how you hold them. The rooms, the moments, the stem of the groove running under everything.
Slow burn, that's the temperature I run at now. Slow burn, learn the hard way. Learn the hard way, there's a different how to move when you build something real beneath you. Slow burn, let the groove do what the groove is meant to do.
Renee says I've changed in the past 3 years. The specific change being the absence of the gears, grinding the anxious forward motion that careers through rooms without landing in them. The arrears, a presence that speed creates. 3 years ago, I was always leaving the room I was in. The flow of attention always toward the next. The slow acceptance of the current moment being the growth of these 3 years. The tabla breaking, the even rhythm teaches it. The taking of the offbeat as intentional, the making of the irregular into the groove, the faking, nothing about where the weight falls. It falls where it falls. The slow burn calls from the bottom of the production, the walls of sub-bass being the actual architecture, the halls of the groove being built from the low end up.
Slow burn, that's the temperature I run at now. Slow burn, learn the hard burn. Learn the hard way, there's a different how to move when you build something real beneath you. Slow burn, let the groove do what the groove is meant to do.
The night belongs to whoever shows up slow and certain. The fast energy burns out before the curtain comes down. The slow burn behind the curtain of patience outlasts everything that's certain. Groove running underneath, let it run.
Slow burn, that's the temperature I run at now. Slow burn, learn the hard burn. Learn the hard way, there's a different how to move when you build something real beneath you. Slow burn, let the groove do what the groove is meant to do. Oh yeah.
Renee said I was a joke. The gears stop
Grinding,
the tabla hits. Beat on purpose. Let the slow burn run it out, last everything, yo.
It's a real act. So on alone, flow on alone, so on.
All gold, nothing borrowed, nothing fade, nothing made. All gold, every piece of this I had to make from scratch, from nothing, from the bottom of the barrel, bottom of all gold now.
Built it bar by bar and carol. The soul horn sample chops on the one and the wrong two. The drunk placement of the snare being the clue to how this particular groove moves. The voodoo of the off-grid placement pulling you into the pocket sideways. That's how I move now. Sideways in the rooms, the specific how of a man who learned through the back door approach the prow of the ship cutting through water that wouldn't allow the front door entry. 7 years of side doors. Every credential I have was built on floors that weren't designed for me. The ignored requirements of the conventional path, the flawed expectation of the conventional gatekeepers, meeting the specific patience of somebody who's keepers. Were the back alleys of the industry, the sleepers on the conventional track. Woke up to my deep footsteps already past them.
Nothing borrowed, nothing fade, nothing fade. All gold, every piece of this I had to make from scratch, from nothing, from the bottom of the barrel.
From the bottom of the barrel.
All gold now.
Built it bar by bar and carol. Yeah, set it down. sub bass walking under everything is the 7 years. Each step of the bass line, a year of it, the gears of the groove being the actual timeline it is. Hearing the weight of the accumulation, the shears of the edit cutting through the soul break, making it new. The SP12 dirt being the residue, a real analog beat, the residue. Hands that touch the material, the residue. Process that can't be faked in post-production. Gold is the same, the reduction of years of pressure into something, the introduction of any room recognizes the seduction of the real thing being the specific gravity. I don't announce the gold, the cavity of its weight speaks the savity of the quiet confidence being the depravity. Free version of having arrived somewhere real. So horn along, so horn along, so horn along, so horn along, so horn along. Pick on one vinyl. Raymond told me when I was starting out, be patient and be thorough. 7 years later, running the Raymond in the barrel. When we shake hands, he can feel the work in my grip. All gold, that's the whole trip.
All gold, nothing borrowed, nothing fake, nothing
yeah.
All gold, every piece of this I had to be made from scratch, from nothing, from the bottom of the barrel.
On the bottom of the barrel.
All gold now.
Built a bar by bar and carol. Yeah.
All gold.
7 years of back doors. Raymond in the grip. The soul break. Chopped on the wrong two.
All gold. Nothing borrowed.
Yeah.
All gold. Nothing borrowed. Gold.
Shit up.
Come on, time, ring beer.
Yo, weight of it. Every brick I laid myself. Weight of it. Every dollar pulled from the shelf. Of nothing. The specific gravity are built from zero.
Baby, that's the whole NT.
Weight of it. Every brick I laid myself. Weight of it. Every dollar pulled from the shelf. Of nothing. The specific gravity are built from zero.
Baby, that's the whole NT.
The soul vocal pitch down to the bottom of the register. The sample crying through the dark like a sinister, beautiful thing. The minister of the low frequencies presiding over a sinister, lie accurate portrait of where this groove lives. Not the polished surface, the specific give of the raw material, the ribs of the production showing through the mix, the sieves, link relations between the dirt and the gold. I grew up where the dirt was the fold you were born into, and the gold was the told story of people who escaped it. The mold of expectation being the first thing you break or become. I broke it deliberately, the ache of that breaking beating real, the lake of the comfort I left being real, the stake being everything I had, which wasn't much but was everything.
Weight of it, every brick I laid myself. Weight of it, every dollar pulled from the shelf.
From nothing.
Of a specific gravity are built from zero. Weight of that's the whole in me. Weight of it, every brick I laid myself. Weight of it, every dollar pulled from the shelf.
Of nothing.
The specific gravity are built from zero. Weight of that's the whole.
The kick hits like a door that means something closing. The specific thud of a weight bearing sound. The composing of the groove from heavy materials. Only the opposing, the lightness being the whole production philosophy. The nosing of the bass into the sub frequencies where bodies feel before they hear. That's where I wanna seal the connection, not the ear to kill. Bone, the sternum, the specific real. The state of a physical response to low frequency. My mother worked 2 shifts. The decency of a sacrifice being the specific leniency I was given in the form of time. The secrecy of what that actually cost are only visible now. The weight of it is in the kick, the vow of everything she gave is in the bass, the how of everything I built runs through us somehow. The production is the biography. Weight of it,
Weight of it, every brick I laid myself.
weight of it.
Every dollar pulled from the shelf.
Of nothing.
It's the specific gravity are built from zero. Weight of it, that's the whole interior.
Weight of it.
Every brick I laid myself.
Weight of it.
Every dollar pulled from the shelf.
Of nothing.
It's the specific gravity are built from zero. Weight of it, that's the whole interior.
My mother came to see what I built last spring. She walked through it quiet, the only thing.
She said you did this, 2 words carrying everything. Weight of it, still hearing.
Oh,
Weight of it, every brick I laid myself.
Weight of it,
every dollar pulled from the show.
Oh, nothing.
There's a specific gravity I built from zero.
Weight of it, that's the whole interior. Weight of it. Weight of it.
From the show.
Nothing.
There's a specific gravity I built from zero.
Weight of it, that's the whole interior.
Two shift.
A sacrifice.
The kick like a cloak. She wonder what I built. You did this.
Weight of it. 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 Weight of it.
That's what we built between us. Took everything that life could bring us. Took everything that life could bring us. Touched it. That's what we built between us. Took everything that life could bring us. And everything held every time it should. Solid ground, built it right, built it good. The soul break pitch to the basement of the frequency. The specific weight of the production being the leniency of the low end. The sub bass having the decency to hold everything up the leniency of trust works the same. The sub bass layer of a real relationship being the prayer. Less foundation that holds when the prayer. Worthy moments arrive. Solomon and I prayer. Free operate on something older than language. The year the business collapsed. The savage clarity of the breakdown villain. The ravage of who was real and who was leverage. Solomon stayed every single week for 18 months. Not with solutions, just with presence to stunts. A perform lawyer took acquiring no comfort. We're all here just the actual blunts of Tuesday mornings when the math was terrible and somebody showed up anyway. The terrible is where you find the truth. The terrible, yeah, taught me who the foundation was. The terrible news being, it's a short list of good news. It's enough. Solid ground. That's what we built between us. Solid ground. Took everything that life could bring us. Solid ground. And the thing held every time it should. Solid ground. Built it right, built it good. Solid ground. That's what we built between us. Solid ground. Took everything that life could bring us. Solid ground. And the thing held every time it should. Solid ground. Built it right, built it good. Yo. The hi-hat hitting in wrong places is the language of the off-grid. Trust, the management of a friendship that doesn't land on the expected angel as a conventional relationship. The management of two strong personalities being the off-grid negotiation of space, the grid of expected closeness for acquiring the rigid adherence to certain forms. We go off-grid. Solomon and I could go 3 weeks between calls and pick up in the middle of a sentence. The walls between us are low and the foundation falls deep. The specific base of it making the halls of the relationship wide rather than intimate by proximity. We don't need the intimate by proximity version. The intimate by trust version doesn't require the imitate. D forms of closeness, just the sub base, just the foundation.
So big alone, 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 so big alone.
Solomon 18 months every Tuesday, the terrible year. The business came back, the sub base still running. Solid ground, we built it right. That's the whole story of what trust actually is. Solid ground. Hey, that's what we built between us. Took everything that life could bring us. Solid ground. And the thing held every time it should. Solid ground, built it right, built it good. Solid ground. No, that's what we built between us. Took everything that life could bring us. Solid ground. And the thing held every time it should. Solid ground, built it right, built it good. Built it good, built it good, built it good. 18 months. Every Tuesday the math terrible Solomon showed up. Sub bass running constant. Solid ground built right.
specific weight of an evening like this requires context. The years behind it being the actual subtext of every sip of something cold. The pretext of the luxury being the years of the complex opposite. I don't move through rooms like this without the full inventory of what made this possible. The accounting of what paid this particular dividend, the sum of what made this summer evening by the water is specific. The 7 years of before the horrific year of collapse, the prolific rebuild, the terrific patience of the people who stayed through all of it. They're here too. This evening belongs to all of it. This evening belongs to all of it.
With everything we came through, we made it here. The road was long and the night was true. And the bass is low. We made it here, and that's all we need to know.
Check it out. The sub bass under everything is 7 years compressed. The low and wall being the actual weight of the dressed up evening, the undressed truth being the press. Together years of working doubt and the suppressed fear that it wouldn't resolve into this. It did the bases, saying it the bliss of the resolution being in the frequencies, the hiss of the vinyl sample confirming it. The kiss of the string loop landed warm on the groove. Solomon's glass raised, the specific move of somebody who remembers the before the groove. Less years of the struggle given the groove of tonight is specific gravity. The luxury isn't in the setting, the cavity of the feeling is the contrast. The depravity of having had nothing, making the suavity of this particular evening means something specific.
String loop along, sub bass rise slow. Kick drop, shake or swing. Kick drop, shake or swing. String loop along, sub bass rise. Kick drop, shake or swing. Kick drop, shake or swing.
The female vocal on the hook carries what the bars can't. The warmth in that register, holding what the rand of the verse leave aside. The slant of the melody, reaching what the consonant heavy flow doesn't touch.
We made it here.
The sub bass confirms it.
The string loop makes it clear.
Solomon's glass, the evening.
The bass we're here. Through everything we came through, we made it. The road was long and the night was true. Always low. We made it, and that's all we need to know. 7 years before. Before the collapse, the rebuild, Solomon's glass raised the sub bass under everything. We made it here.
That's the whole story.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Quiet room, we don't need to fill it up. The quiet room, the groove is what we can't construct in words. The bass is what the mouth leaves out. Quiet room, that's what real comfort is about. Quiet room, we don't need to fill it up. The quiet room, the groove is what we can't construct in words. The bass is what the mouth leaves out. Quiet room,
That's what real comfort is about.
Vanessa reads on the other end of the same couch, the book she's been carrying for 2 weeks to vouch for the value of an evening that produces nothing external, the specific reduces to nothing productivity of two people choosing the company of shared silence, the losing of the obligation to perform presence using the same room without the same activity, the fusing of two separate people in a shared space being the actual intimacy, the freeing of both from the need to synchronize, the agreeing to be in the same quiet simultaneously, the seeing of each other across the room enough, the sparse production underneath the tough beauty of the minimal groove, the stuff left out being the luxury, the rough edit that reveals the essential, the kick, the bass, the space.
The quiet room, we don't need to fill it up. The quiet room, the groove says what we can't construct in words. The bass says what the mouth leaves out. The quiet room, that's what real comfort is about. The quiet room, we don't need to fill it up. The quiet room, the groove says what we can't construct in words. The bass is what the mouth leaves out. The quiet room, that's what real comfort is about.
Most relationships I watch perform their closeness constantly, the conversational fill of every silence, the honestly exhausting maintenance of performed connection, the modestly hidden discomfort with the unoccupied moment. Honestly, I spent years doing the same, the anxious coverage of silence with talk, the rancorous discomfort with my own stillness, the cancerous busyness of presence that couldn't be quiet, the rancorous version of connection being the noisy one. Vanessa and I figured this out slowly, the done with performance version of a relationship, the one arrived at over years of the actual done and said and left unsaid, accumulating into fluency, the groove underneath calculating its slow bass cycle demonstrates it, the accumulating weight of what stays is the warmth, the calculating silence of the sparse production being the actual warmth.
Bass alone, cowbell, 3 kick, slow, space snare. Cowbell, 3 kick, slow, space snare. Cowbell, 3 kick, slow, space snare.
The book, the couch, the sub bass cycling under the cowbell on 3 like a soft reminder, the thunder of the kick arriving on 1 note asunder between two people in the same quiet, the wonder of having arrived at this, the quiet room enough.
The quiet room, we don't need to fill it up. The quiet room, the groove is what we can't construct in words. The bass is what the mouth leaves out. The quiet room,
that's what real comfort is about.
The quiet room, we don't need to fill it up. The quiet room, the groove is what we can't construct in words. The bass is what the mouth leaves out. The quiet room,
that's what real comfort is about. Vanessa and the book, the other end of the couch. Bass cycle and the cowbell on 3. Nothing to perform. The quiet room.
Yeah, get the both on me. Yeah, the million out, the shit the roll from me. 2 a.m. studio, just the groove and me. Yeah, 2 a.m. studio, that's where I wanna be. Yeah, the beat running heavy while the city sleeps outside. Yeah, 2 a.m. studio, yeah, that's where the real work hides.
Yo, the funk break pitch to somewhere dark and low, running underneath at 82. The slow revolution of the groove becoming the glow of the room at 2 a.m. The specific knowledge of the late night session being its own education. The city asleep, the stone quiet of the hallway outside. The aloneness of the creative hour being the tone that everything I make carries inside it. I work in the margins of the occupied schedule beside it being the only available time time, the delight of the unoccupied hour, being the plight of the serious amateur and the advantage simultaneously. The studio at 2 a.m. is completely mine. The lineage of every track I finish running through the plumage of late night sessions. The homage to the work being the fact of the hour. Nobody is here to evaluate the power of the unauditioned effort, the power of the private creative hour, the tower of the groove running without judgment.
2 a.m. studio, just the groove and me. Oh baby, 2 a.m. studio, that's where I wanna be. That's where I wanna be. The beat running heavy while the city sleeps outside. 2 a.m. studio, that's where the real work hides.
The sub bass at this hour carries differently. The fizzle responds to low frequency indifferently, moving through the body. The specific clarity of the late night ear being the disparity between what sounds right at noon and what's true at 2. The noon session has the noise of the social residue, the opinions and the eyes of the viewed by others. Work the 2 a.m. residue is just the work itself, the dark funk break. Running underneath is the specific heartbreak and the healing of it simultaneously. The takedown of every layer of perform for others to make it work for yourself. Version of the creative act. I made things at 2 a.m. that the abstract committee of my inner critics would distract themselves from in the daylight. The exact opposite is true at 2. The inner critics sleep. The groove runs, I make things I keep. What survives the morning more than I deep. Lie expected survives the sleep. Between the session and the evaluation is the filter.
2 a.m. studio, just the groove and me. Oh baby, 2 a.m. studio, that's where I wanna be. That's where I wanna be. Beat running heavy while the city sleeps outside. 2 a.m. studio, that's where the real work hides. It's 2 a.m. studio, 2 a.m. studio, that's the groove and me. Just the groove and me. 2 a.m. studio, 2 a.m. studio, where I wanna be. Just where I wanna be. Running heavy while the city sleeps outside. 2 a.m. studio, that's where the real work hides. Just where I wanna be.
Hey. 82 BPM. The city asleep, the sub bass running. The funk break chopped to something darker. The sun coming up at 6. We'll evaluate what the session left.
2 a.m. studio, just the groove and me.
2 a.m. studio,
2 a.m. studio, that's where I wanna be. The beat running heavy while the city sleeps outside.
Sleeps outside.
2 a.m. studio, that's where the real work hides.
Yeah.